Hello everyone, Jai Jagannath. I am Jasmine here. Welcome back to my channel Take and Beyond with Jasmine. In our last series, we discussed about SQL clause and operator in content of SQL query writing. Here I highly recommend whoever did not attend my last series, just go back and watch the series so that you can get thorough idea into that. Without wasting time, let's start our today's session where we are going to cover very crucial part of the SQL, that is about SQL function. Hope by end of the series you will more confident in writing any scenario based SQL queries. You will be an expert in solving any business solving queries. So let's move forward to our slides. So SQL function. Before getting into SQL function, we should know about first what is function, because each and every domain use function. So a function is a reusable named block of logic that takes input, performs an operation and returns the output. In our technical language, if you will see, it is a combination of input, process and output. That means it will take an input and it will process it, and then ultimately it will give the result as output. If you will see in each and every domain how this function works. Coming to mathematics, if you will see f of x equals to x plus 2, that means adds 2 to any number. Before to that, I would like to say that function is denoted by function name, which is followed by the open and close circular bracket. Within it, that function name will be there. Okay, that logic or function name. So let's see. That means f of x equals to x plus 2. That means here it shows that addition function. Okay. Coming to programming language, it has been mentioned define r of a comma b colon return a plus b as two numbers. That means here define is the key function keyword and add is the function name, and a comma b, that means two variables of that add function, and it will gives the result as return a plus b. Okay. Coming to SQL, select upper of small SQL character. Okay, that means it will convert the text to uppercase. Okay, that means the result will come out as capital S, capital Q, capital L. In Excel, if you will see, that means equal to sum of A1 colon A5. That means in a spreadsheet, the range has been given from A1 to A5. It will take all the cells values and add. In physics, if we will see, force equals to mass into acceleration. That means it is a multiplication function of physical quantities. Okay. So likewise, in each domain, we show how the function is working. But here our most priority will discuss about in SQL how the function works. So SQL function is a predefined or user created operation that takes input, performs a task and returns a value. What it means? That means SQL function is a predefined or user created. That means maybe built-in function, already it is in the system, or we can customize or user created. Okay, and same logic, that means input, there will be perform the task, that means process, then ultimately our output, which will return a value. If we see purpose, why we are using SQL function? It simplifies the queries because writing this function, addition, multiplication, subtraction, etc. repeatedly in our queries, rather to simplify the queries, only using that function name we can reuse. Second, improve the code reusability. Same way, we can using this function, one function, we can reuse everywhere. Then it enhances the readability. No doubt, we can same function. It will be easier for us to read and write the queries. So, function characteristics, it will see what are the features in the SQL functions. There will be mandatory features which are name, function name, that input, process, output, and reusability. So, four function like that name, input, process, output. That is the four elements that shows the features of SQL function. Okay, so name, function name. Every function has a name like sum, upper, okay, uppercase. That is the function. Different function name we have assigned the function. Input. It will take the parameters or argument. Like if we'll see here, like define arc of a comma b. That means a, b as the parameters. Okay, so that is the input. Process performs a defined set of actions. Like if we will see here a comma b, that add, return a plus b, that a plus b, that plus will be the process. Then out returns a value of data, either a single value or a tabular form of the data. Then reusability. That means function can be used again and again anywhere. Okay. Then coming to next slide. The types of SQL functions. As you knew that it may be built-in or user-defined. So first SQL function has been categorized into built-in and other one is the user-defined function. So two categories we saw, built-in and user-defined. Then again, if we'll see that user-defined function again has been categorized into two parts, scalar UDF and table-valued UDF. Scalar means it will give the one single value. Table-valued UDF, that means as it sounds, it will result a tabular form. If we will see built-in function, in the same way, it has been categorized into four parts. One is the aggregate function, then second one is the windows function, third one is the scalar function, fourth one is the model function. Okay, so one by one we'll see it. So just go through it. So what we saw, that SQL function divided into two parts. One is the built-in or system-made. One is the customized, like user-defined. Which one? This function will be created by user. That user is divided into two parts. One is the scalar, one is the table UDF. Okay, scalar means single value, one is the table value. Okay, tabular form of the data. Then if we will see here, built-in function, it has been categorized into four parts: aggregate function, Windows function, then our model function, then scalar function. Okay. Go through it. We'll have to remember. Then coming to next slide. How this function has been worked. So if we'll see type, like what are the functions we saw? That scalar function, aggregate function, window function, user defined functions, model functions. Okay, what is the scope in this function? If we'll see scalar function, it will give the single, it will scope, it will what it takes and what it returns as the output and what is the uses. Okay, input, if we'll see that scope, inside that scope, if we'll see the for the scalar function, it will take single input. In output, it will give one per row, like one single value per row. Okay. And uses scalar function where we are using or what region we are using, formatting, mathematics, and date logic. Aggregate function, if you will see, group of rows, it will take input as the group of rows and returns one value, single value per group. And where it is used, total, whenever we are calculating that summarization, like total, average, summaries of statistics. Okay. And then coming to windows function, it will take input as windows of rows. Okay. Windows of rows, and output it will give one per row, like single value per row. And it will help in ranking, comparison, performance analysis. UDF, user defined function, as it sounds, user, that means customized. So it will take input as a custom logic, what we have generated, what we have made, and returns what it will give as the output, one per row or table. As we know that UDF will give a categorized into two parts. What are they? One is the scalar UDF, other one was table UDF. So that's why it is saying, as it sounds scalar, so it will give the result as one per row, like single value per row or table of the data. And where it is used, reusable in business role, wherever any complexity or complex data, that time in that business scenarios we are using. Model, it is a cell based logic, that means it will use as a spreadsheet data set. Okay, and the output, how it will give the output, spreadsheet style, like Excel. Okay, where it is used or when it is used, in forecasting, planning. So but it is limited to only Oracle software. Okay, so just go through it. So as we saw, different types of functions, how they are used. If we'll see aggregate function, it is equal to our traditional aggregate function, like sum. As we know that aggregate function, who are they? Sum, average, count, minimum, maximum. Okay. So sum is denoted. As we know that function always will be written as function name, which one will be followed by circular, open and close bracket. Sum, average, count, max, minimum. Just look at the notation. Then come to window function. Window function again has been categorized into windowed aggregate, ranking, and analytic. Windows aggregate function again has been categorized into sum over, then average over, count over, minimum over, maximum over. If you'll see in the ranking function has been categorized into row number over rank over dense rank over dense rank is equal to your compact rank, then percentile. Okay. Then coming to analytic function, under window function, analytic function like has been categorized into lead over, lag over, first value over, last value over. Okay. Scalar function or single row function, they have been categorized into math function, string function, date function, conversion function. If you'll see under math function, there will be power, ceiling, floor, round, etc. String function, based on the character, it will be categorized as concat, soft string, tree, replace. Date function, date part, date difference, now, date are, timestamp now, timestamp difference, etc. Conversion like cache, convert. Okay. Then model function, as you know, it is limited to only Oracle. User defined function, it has been categorized into two parts like scalar UDF, table valued UDF. Scalar UDF, it will give the result as a single value and one per row, and table value like returns the table as a result. Okay, so one by one we'll cover. Built-in function, as we know that system function or built-in function, which has been categorized into aggregate function, window function, color function, that model function. Okay, so let's start. Built-in function, it means SQL. In SQL, predefined function provided by database engine like MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle to perform the common operation. No need to define them again and again by us. Okay, it is already in the system. So only we'll have to know it and we'll have to use it. So come to aggregate function. What it is? It operates on the sets of row and return a single value by collapsing the rows. And it is used mostly with group by, returns one row per group. And if you see business uses, where we are using it in reporting or making the KPI and dashboard report and summarization. Okay, so as we know, aggregate functions are count, sum, average, mean, max. So if we'll see count, it will count the rows, and sum, if we'll see, it will add the values in the rows. Average, it will calculate the average value among the grouped column or as it is. And max or mean, like as you know, max means highest value and minimum means lowest value in the column. Okay. If we'll see as the query part how we are executing, if we'll see in count, it will mention as the select count all from orders. Like orders is the table's name and count is the, it will count the total number of rows. Sum adds the values. Select sum of sales amount from sales. That means here if you will see that sales amount is the column, so function name is the sum. Okay, and from sales table, that table is the sales. Average, calculate the average value in the column. So select average of salary. Salary is the column. From employee, employee is the table. Okay, max or mean, if you will see highest or lowest, same way select max of order value from orders. Order is the table name and order value is the column name. So in that order value column name, we will have to choose which one is the maximum value. In the similar way, select mean of order value from orders table, we can say. Okay. So now we'll come to see. Here it is the sample table is the employee sales. If we'll see what we can analyze, you just check and tell me or drop the comment in below video. So if you will see here, table name has been given that employee sales. Coming to the columns, that attributes of the table, employee ID. Second one is the department. Third one is the month name, and fourth one is the sales column is there. Okay, though it is a sample database, if in our business scenario, if you will see, we'll have to create a table and insert these tabular values or data. Okay, and coming to the each and every columns, there is data, and there we can see most of the similar data are there. So there is a chances of group by element is there. Group by clause we are going to use. So just check it. Mostly department like marketing and sales. Month it will say like Jan, Feb. Employee ID also. Okay. Can you say me like can you tell me like that employee ID which data type? E01, E02, E03, E04. That means it is the alphanumeric. So which data type it will take? It's the bar chart. Okay. So now we saw the complete table how it is. Okay. So now let's see. Let's explore. So finally we are coming to business scenarios queries. how this aggregate function we are using in our business scenario. Let's start. Sum. First aggregate function is the sum. Okay, what it is, what it does. The sum function, it calculates the total sales. Okay, total sales as per the column mentioned. If we see, one question was mentioned, how much revenue did each employee contribute? You just tell me what is the scenario and what we are going to do. That means how much revenue each department contribute. Already we saw the tables. There was 4 columns were there. One employee ID, department, month and sales. But here the question has been asked about revenue. Okay. So we should know the mathematical logic. So revenue means totals of the sales. Okay. Always refer your columns. Okay. That means this column will act as the input. Okay. And your process will be happen through the function, and output, as looking at the questions, will calculate the output. So here output will be our revenue. Then it has been asked like for each department. Okay, each department, when the question will be mentioned in terms of for, each, by, that means it will take as the your group by. Okay, already we knew that a department, 2 departments are repeated. Okay, so we can mention the department will be under your group by function. Okay, so before to that, I would like to say, whenever we are going to write any SQL queries, the standard format is there. What it is? Select, then from, then if there will be join, then on, then where, select, okay, select, from, join, on, where, then group by, then having, then order by, then limit. Looking at this standard order, we are going to write our queries. So we knew the concept, like who will be the input, who will be output, and what will be the process. Okay, so process will be occurred through our function, and input, as we knew, we'll have to retrieve these columns. Okay, both including input and output columns, and then our output will come out as the calculation. Okay, a single value or tabular value. So here mostly we are going to perform the single value. Okay, so let's see. So we knew the standard format. Okay, standard order of the SQL query writing. So looking at this scenario, we'll write select. Only 2 columns we can analyze. One is the sales column, and here another one is the department column. Okay, so we need to write select department, comma, that sum of sales as that alias total sales from table name that employee sales, then group by department. As I say that each department, that means it is the group by. Okay, and department, already we saw there is a similar data that marketing and sales were repeated many times. That's a group by department column, that group by that column name. Okay, and here I would like to say that sum of sales, total sales. Okay, 1 column, and department 1 column. Here revenue will take as the total of sales or sum of sales and department. Okay, 2 column input. And here, as the looking at the standard order, though the department, each department, that's why it will take as the group by department, each department. Okay, wherever you look at the questions, each, or, by, that means it will signify that group by columns is there. So group by department. Looking at the standard order, you can check. Select is there first, then our from, then coming to group by. Okay. Then next question, average. What it does, average monthly, average, it will calculate the average. Okay. If we will see the scenario, we can say it has been asked that average monthly sales per employee. So what is the average monthly sale per each employee? As we knew that per employee, per employee, or each employee, that means it will signify that group by. Okay. So what will be the our answer? First, the average. Okay, that means we knew that function will be here average. Okay, and sales one column, and one more is the employee. Each employee means each employee here. That means employee ID. Okay, employee ID, and our sales column, ID column. Okay, we got input and function. So we can write, looking at the standard order of the SQL query writing, that order of the clauses. Okay, we'll write our query. So select employee ID, comma, that average of sales. Okay, though it is average monthly sales, so average of sales as average monthly sales from employee sales, and then group by employee ID. Though we know that employee ID, there is a repeated ID number was there, like E01, E01, E02, it was repeated. So we can say group by employee ID. Okay. Coming to third question, counter. It will count all the rows. Okay. What is the total count of sales logged by each employee? That means here, if we'll see, one is the count function, we got sales column, we got, and then each employee, that means employee ID. Okay. So we can write like select employee ID, comma, count of all, like it will take all the rows as sales entries. Okay, because total count of sales. Okay, from table name employee sales, group by employee ID. Okay, then coming to next function, max. It will take us the highest. Can you show the top performing sale per department? So see, per department. Okay, so no doubt one column is the department, and the per department it will show us the group by column, that is the department. Okay, and then top performing, like max function, we got it. Okay, so max of what, that function, and then column name. Okay, so select department, comma, max of sales as the highest sale from your table name employee sales, group by department. Okay, likewise mean, it will take as the lowest sale scenario. What is the lowest sale recorded in each department? So each department, it will take as the department as the column and group by column. Okay, and then our lowest means our mean function, and that lowest of what, that column name, minimum of sales. Okay, that function name will be that mean, and then inside that column will be sales. Okay, every time that input column or attributes are very important to know. So select department, comma, minimum of sales as the lowest sales, then from table name employee sales, then group by, will be take a department. Okay, but if we'll see one more scenario, like which department had the lowest single sale across all the records. So we cannot take that function like minimum of sales, because it has been mentioned like lowest single sale. Okay, so how we'll do? Simple way, only column, like one column already we need that department, and one more column like sale. Okay, so what will be the answer? Select department and sale, which one we want to retrieve. Okay, then from table name employee sales, then order by. Okay, because only lowest single. Okay, lowest single, how we knew? From the limit concept. Okay, and limit then order by, because the numeric form only one we want. So order by who numeric column will be sale. So order by sales, ascending order, because from the our chronological order from smaller to larger. So in that way we can get our lowest value. So limit 1, because only lowest single one. Okay, so here if we will see all the scenarios, our conclusion will be like sum. It will help us track the revenue and its performance. Okay, average, it will support in the forecasting and benchmarking. And mean or max, identified like outlier or top performer. Count, it will reveals the actively who is active, like how many are there active in that logs or coverage. Okay, so just go through the scenarios. First, be clear in the concept wise, and then you can write the queries looking at the questions. Okay, hope you got it. So if we come to our SQL, MySQL practical part, so let's explore. Already in our database, I have mentioned the table employee sales. Okay, I have created taking the input column like employee ID, then data type, then size, department, varchar, month, varchar, date, sales. The sales number was in int, so data type was int. Okay, then insert. I inserted all the values, whatever it is mentioned. Okay, it will show you. I will show. Okay, these were our data set table. Okay, so coming to, as we covered aggregate functions. Okay, let's start. How much revenue did each department contribute? Okay, already we knew. So select each department. That means we'll start from the group by column department, comma revenue. We cannot mention revenue directly. As we knew, we'll retrieve our node input columns. Will be through the function. So how much revenue did each department contribute? Revenue means that the sum of sales. Okay, so directly there is no question of taking sales directly. Okay, because nowhere it is mentioned sales. Sum of sales. Every time we need to cross check our spelling. Okay, so here it has been mentioned sales. Okay, so sum of sales, alias will give us revenue from our table name is employee sales. Then each department, that means group by column is there also. Group by which one? Department. Here also you can tap, double click. Okay. We'll see. So our output will be like marketing 5,000, sales 8,100. Then jump to next question. What is the average monthly sales for each employee? Okay. Likewise, select for each employee. That means employee ID will be there. Employee ID, comma, average monthly sales. It will take us average of sales. Every time we need to give the alias for the aggregated columns. Okay, so we will mention as average monthly sales. Okay, from table name employee sales, then already group by column, so double click for each employee, that means employee ID it will take, then each query will be ended with the semicolon. But before to that, we need to cross check our at each and every element. Just check employee ID. So now we need to execute. Let's see what's the result is coming. So for each employee ID, because in our input E01 two times were there, E01, E02, every ID was two times. But if we will see each employee ID, so for each employee like E01, the average monthly sales will be 1100. Okay. Next question, what is the total count of sales logged by each employee? So each employee means group by column. So first, our standard order, like select which we want to do. Each employee, that means it will take us employee ID, that group by column done. Then count. It will count all the rows, that's why all symbol as will give the alias as total count of sales. Okay, that means we will mention as total entry. Total entry. Just tick the scale. Total entry done from table name employee sales. Then our group by column name is the employee ID, then semicolon. Just cross check, then execute. So total, if for each employee ID, we'll see the total entry 222. Okay. Then come to next question. Can you show the top performing cell per department? Okay. So per department here we need to say. That means that department was the repeated, like group by data is there. Okay. So group by column is the department. Select. We need to retrieve that department and that top performing sales column. So that means maximum of sales column. Okay. Department. See, departments it is coming, but in our table, what it has been written, we need to cross check. Okay. Department. Then top performing means it will take max. Then function column name, which cell. It was sales, I think. Then give the alias as top performer. Then from our table name employee sales, then our group by column, group by department, then semicolon. Though your question is the sale per department, but we need to cross check in our table what it has been written. I need to cross check, so every input column name I gave correctly or not. Department is fine. Then employee sales, it is department. Okay. So let's execute. So if we'll see per department, like two departments were there, marketing and sales. So top performer, like in marketing department, that top performance sales was 1500, that figure, and sales department 2200. Coming to next question, what is the lowest cell recorded in each department? Likewise, same query. So I don't want to take much time on this. Better use the copy and paste and just change that, replace max as minimum. Okay, minimum sales is the lowest performer then from the table name and group by also in each department. So group by department, column department. Okay, so let's execute. So you will see in marketing that lowest performer sale was the 1000 and sales department it was 1800. Okay, how will give the alias? In that way it will show us in the tabular output like lowest performer sale. Okay, and also that output is coming based on the question, and you will see per row. Okay, the single values. Okay, move to our slide. Hope you got it. Then come to next, window function. What it is? This is a very important and advanced version of the SQL. This is the advanced topic of the SQL. So just sit in your place and relax and enjoy the study. Window function. We saw that aggregate function. It was calculated based on the set of rows. Same way, it will be performed a calculation across the set of rows, but return one value per row, keeping all the rows as it is. But there was the only difference aggregated and window function. If you will see aggregated function, it was taking all the set of rows but giving the output collapsing the rows. Okay, but here how we will get the output with windows of the rows as it is, the input of the rows and columns as it is, with in addition to that table we'll get our output as a one more new column. Okay, if in practical time I will show you. So use the clause which includes over, partition by, order by. There we use the clause as it was in normal form of the SQL, like over that that from that select, it will be the common clause will be there, but only difference in with respect to group by and order by. There we used group by, here we will use partition by. Okay, and order by same we know, and one more is the over. Because why we are using that over clause? Because of set of rows, we are taking all windows of rows, like set of rows. That's why rows, if we will see, like why we are using the windows function, what is the benefits we are getting? Because it is the faster than subqueries or join for similar tags. Okay, and used in the row level inside without collapsing the data, and it helps in comparative analysis like ranking, trends, comparison, performance analysis, and it helps in calculating the running total, moving average, period over period comparison over the time period, and it is the advanced reporting when the context across row matters. Okay, so why it is crucial and why it is very important from the business point of view, we'll see. So window function, if we'll see, it has been categorized into three parts. One is the windowed aggregate function, second one is the ranking function, third one is the analytic function. And if we'll see windowed aggregate function, that aggregate function used with to preserve row level details and enables comparison between individual rows and group level aggregates. Okay, the very important concept is here, like comparison between individual rows and group level aggregates. So see how it is. So it will take the function as the sum over, average over, count over, minimum over, maximum over. Okay. And ranking function in the same way assign the position or rank within the partition, like within the that group by elements. So how it is taking row number over, rank over, dense rank over, percentile over. Analytic function in same way, it provides row wise insight using the previous or next value or window frame like past value, last value, lead value, lag value, like previous value, next value, future value. It will take as the function like lead over, lag over, past value over, last value over. Okay. So the main concept is the why it is differentiated from the aggregate function, because that traditional aggregate function, it was taking all set of rows but collapsing all the input, and it was giving the output as a only single value. But here in window function, it will take set of rows but return one value per row, keeping all the rows and column as it is. Okay, so here it has been mentioned row level insights without collapsing the data. So just go through it, all the definition and concept. Window aggregate, it will show the comparison between individual row and group level aggregates, ranking, all the ranking within the partition. And analytic function, that row wise insight using that previous, next value, past value, last value. So let's explore SQL Windows function, how we'll define, and its use cases and output column, what it will. Windowed aggregate function, as we know that sum over, average over, count over, minimum over, max over. So from this, all the function, you can see all the similarities like over. Okay. There in traditional agreement, only aggregate function, we saw that sum, average, count, mean, max only. But here, how it is differentiated, only that sum over, average over, count over, mean over, max over. So let's define. Sum over means it will calculate the running total of the sales per customer, and it will give the output as the running total. Average over, it will give the output as average spend. Count over, it will give the output as total orders. Minimum over, it will give as the output as the minimum transaction. Max over, it will give the output max transaction. How it will give the output? Suppose running total, how it will running total of the sales per customer, and average spend, how it will give average spend per customer, and total orders per customer, it will give us the total orders. Lowest transaction amount in customer history, minimum transaction. Highest transaction amount in customer history, it will give us the maximum transaction. Okay, because of over means it per customer, per customer, per customer in customer history. Okay, ranking function in same way, row number like fast purchase per customer. Order rank, rank function, rank products by sales. This rank and dense rank quite similarity, but only difference is the rank will give the gap or skip the numbers while positioning. Dense rank, it will take all consecutive numbers without skipping while positioning. Okay, and percentile and dense rank like tier employees by performance with no gaps, but rank products by sales with gaps. Okay, and percentile like n-tile of n, divide the customers into n number of pertiles. Okay, analytic function like lead over, lag over, past value over, last over. For lead over, like compare the current versus next month revenue. Lag like track the churn via previous month's active users. It will denote like a track the churn via previous month. The lag means backward, like previous month's value. Fast value, so each employee's fast assigned project. Last value, so each customer's most recent purchase, last purchase. Okay, so these are just an casual example. We'll explore thoroughly. So if I will show you that table, given same table, employee sales. Okay, how that output window, as I mentioned that window function, it will take all the table as it is. In addition to that, only that column, new addition of the column. Okay, suppose window aggregate function like running total means it will take us the sum over. So the table will be as it is. In addition to that, there will be new column sum over. Okay, suppose here I want to show you fast. Okay, then we'll go thoroughly by the business scenario queries. So windowed aggregate function, what it will show? Sum over like running total. Okay. So based on the scenarios, 1000, 1200, we'll see. Like here, just look at the only individual cells and we can easily compare with our individual with set of rows like running total or sum over. Okay, so that is the benefit one. So first we'll go thoroughly through business scenarios queries. Okay, so sum over, it will what it does, running total per employee. Looking at the scenarios, it has been described as the running total per employee. Like scenario questions was track the cumulative sales for each employee over the time. As we saw that over the time, that means it will take the windowed aggregate function. Okay, that means cumulative sales means running total sales. Okay, over the period of time for each employee, like each employee means our partition by concept. Here we cannot take group by, rather we'll take as a partition by. Okay, so you just tell me what will be the input columns. As we saw that cumulative sales, that means we got the function like sum over, okay, sum over, and that sum of each column, that sales column. Then for each employee means partition by employee ID column we got. And over the time, that means window functions. Okay, so over time will be our order by. Okay, over the time. Okay, and over function. So we got the input element. So let's start looking at our standard order like select, from, and here will come as join, on, everything I'm writing and looking at the scenario, we'll see which one will take, and where then it will take us where group by, then having. Okay, here in place of group by we are going to take partition by. Okay, why I am writing? Because of that only. Then having, then order by. Okay, so order by, it will take us same order by. Okay, normal. Okay, this is the normal and this is the window function. So, window function taking group by as partition by and order by as it is. Okay, so start our queries. So here, as I tell you that window function, it will give the output row inside, how that input table, how it was, it will be there in addition to that window function column. So that's a we will take select all, okay, comma, then one additional column, okay, new addition column, then okay, our concept that order will be same like select from. Okay, and though here that partition and order by, these two concept, partition and order by concept, is going under over. Okay, will be written inside over, and that normal aggregate function inside that input columns will be there. Okay, here that our window that group by and order by concept will be inside that partition by, inside the over. Okay, so this, for this column, it is the only difference for the window function. So let's visualize. So sum of sales column, because cumulative sales. Okay, cumulative sales means sum over. So sum of what numeric column will be sales column. Okay, so sum of sales over, inside over that group by and order by. So here group by is partition by. Okay, and for each employee, so for each employee means that group by column name, employee ID, Okay, and then our over the time. Okay, that means order by what time means our month column. Okay, so month. Then close the bracket. Our alias will be running total. Okay, then from table name. Okay, you got it. Then next question, average over. Okay, so what is the average sale performance of each employee across all months? That means average sales per employee. Okay, so here how the query will be executed. Select all, comma, average of sales. Okay, over, inside over that group by and order by. So over, inside partition by, column name. For each employee, here the group by column who, like employee, for each employee, that means employee ID. Okay, across all the months. So here no need of to take all months. Okay, because average sales per each employee, it is enough for our question to know average sale, because average sales per employee as average sale, then alias will take, because that aggregated column we want to show in a alias name. Okay, so as average sales from the table name. Okay, so next question, count over. What it will do, it will count the total number of rows per our each element. Let's see, track the number of entries per employee while retaining the row level details. That means while retaining the row level details, it signifies that window level function. Okay, so total number as it is like count over. Okay, so let's start. So count over, we got it, but over inside any group by column or order by column, let's see. Yes, for employee, that means it will take us the group by column, like partition by column. So select all as it is. So select all in window function, it is the command. So select all, comma, that windowed column, which one? Count over. So count of all over, inside over, who will be there? Partition by and order by. Here only we need partition by. Okay, no need to go, because also there is nothing has been mentioned for order by. So partition by who? That group by column employee ID as entry count from table name. Okay, if we'll see, like here I have given the clues for that. Whenever the question will be called for overall performance, it will be total across all the months. Okay, partition by it will take, but partition by and order by, it will for the running total month by month, monthly progress or forecasting. Overall means average, so no need overall performance. Whenever we want, only partition by is the enough, but partition by with order by, when we'll take that concept for running total for month based on month by month. Okay, monthly progress or forecasting time. So just go through it. If you are having any doubts, just drop one comment below the video. Okay, so that I will respond. Then move to next slide. Then minimum over, that means lowest sale in the department. How we are able to know that lowest sale in the department? How does each employee's performance compare to department's lowest performer? Okay, that means each employee performance compared to department's lowest performance. That means comparison. That means window function, like our input tables individual to departmental lowest performance. Okay, so comparison. So department's lowest performance, like departments means it is the group by column, we knew it, and then lowest performer like minimum over. Okay, so select all, comma, minimum of sales. Okay, here also your question will arise in your mind, like by sales, because in that table only numerical column is the sales. So looking at the sales column, we can calculate like which one is the minimum or maximum. So minimum of the column name sales, then inside over that group by also is there, we knew it, partition by column, the department as we will give that minimum over as a alias name. So as minimum cells in the department, then from table name. The maximum over, it will calculate the highest cell in the department. Scenario like display every employee cell alongside the department's maximum for performance comparison. Okay, so same manner, select all maximum of cells column over inside that partition by whose department's maximum for performance comparison. So partition by department column name, and that maximum over will be taken as the alias name maximum cell in the department from employee table. Okay. So let's move towards our MySQL. Let's explore our Windows function thoroughly. Practical will do to track cumulative cells for each employee over the time. Okay, so you just tell me, figure out which one will be the input and which function will take. So cumulative cells means sum over. Okay, select all will take comma sum over the function name as cumulative cells. Okay, we mention as cumulative cells from table name employee cells. Okay, so you got the idea. Okay, now we'll simplify. So sum over, like sum, which function, which column, it will take this function, window function, sum of sales. Okay, then over, inside over will take partition by and order by. Okay, so partition by, it is already coming, partition by and order by. So partition by, like group by column, which one? Employee ID. Okay. Then our order by, like over the time. Okay, so time means month. Done. Let's execute. Okay. So what I told, like window function without collapsing the rows, like table how it was, it will be there. Only the addition of the window function column. Okay, so now what will happen? We can analyze the comparison. So individual cells and running cells or cumulative cells. You see 1200 how it was, then 1000, like it will take over the time 1200 plus that 1000. Okay, so 2200. Likewise it will take us. Okay, so next question, what is the average sales performance of each employee across all the months? But average sales, so we will not go for that all months, don't need, because we need average sales for each employee. Okay, or per employee or of each employee. So select, just write the first format, then go and simplify. So here what will happen? Average over function, window function name will be average over, then we'll take as alias average monthly sales, then our from table name employee sales semicolon. Now we'll simplify average of what? Sales column, numerical columns, then over will take partition by and order by. But that average we don't require that order by. Okay, because we want only average sales of each employee. Employee wise we need average sales, so partition by but of each employee, that means it will take employee, group by column will be employee ID, that partition by column is the employee ID. Okay, done. Now we will execute. See, all the input column how it was is there, just only the window aggregate column. Okay, now you can analyze. Now next question, track the number of entries per employee while retaining the role level details. Okay, so entries, number of entries, that means we got the which window function it is going to be count over. Okay, so select all comma count over function as alias name that count over what we are going to suppose entries okay from employee cells semicolon. Now simplify count all. Okay, and over will take us the partition by, that partition by which column? For employee. Okay, that means employee ID. So now time to run the queries. Okay, done. Just cross check. Okay, got it. Like entries, number of entries for employee, that means look at the employee ID and then entries E01, E01, 2. So per each employee, E01 total number of entries 2, E01 same 2, same 2, 2, 3, 3, you can check. Okay. The next question is, how does each employee's performance compare to department's lowest performer? Okay, compare to that original one and then comparison part. So window function, which function? Lowest means minimum over. So select all comma minimum over as alias name will give us the lowest performer. Okay, lowest performer department as from employee table name, what it is, employee sales, then semicolon. So now we'll simplify. So minimum of which columns? Numerical columns like sales, and over partition by which partition by column? Compare to the departments. Okay, how does each employee's performance compare to the department's lowest performance? So departments. Okay, done. Department wise we'll check. Done. See, department wise lowest. Marketing, if we'll see marketing department, which one is the lowest performer? 1000 to 1300. This is the 4 list. 1000 is the lowest one. So for these 4 marketing department, 1000 will be the lowest performer. Okay. Likewise, same. We'll just display every employee sale alongside the department's maximum performance comparison. Department's maximum performance. So simple way we can say only here that maximum of sales. Then here will take us maximum of highest performer better mention. Okay, so we'll run it same manner for each department. If we'll see department wise who will be the highest performer, like look at first the sales. Under the sales column, based on the sales column, highest performer will be the department's highest performer. So 1500 is that highest one in the marketing department. So this is going to be the answer for each marketing department. Okay, so that is the benefit doing the Windows function. So now coming to ranking function. So let's go concept wise. Ranking function. Ranking, dense rank, row number, percentile, all are coming under positioning of the element. Let's see, row number over. Assign a unique number to each row. Okay, so scenario like track the order in which each employee made their sales across months. Okay, that positioning every time it will take partition by and order by column. So let's see how it is taken. Track the order in which each employee made their sales across the month. So track the order. Order means we got that positioning. So that means it will take any of ranking functions. So each employee made their sales across the month. That means across the month we got order by column, and each employee, that means partition by column we got. Okay, so better track the order. Track the order means unique row to unique employee. So row number will consider. So select all, comma, row number over. So here no need of, because positioning. So based on the sales, we'll see how it is performing. So row number over will take always partition by and order by column. So partition by will be the column will be the employee ID, and that across the month order by will be taken as month as the alias name and from the table name. Okay. So here I want to say order by month is essential when tracking the chronological order. This logic applies to sum over, rank, dense rank, and when used for the running total or time-based tracking chronological order. Okay, because whenever any time-based over the time, that means running or cumulative total, we are going to calculate. And any chronological order, like how that ranking function, that chronological order, that time we will take order by. So where order by column we are taking that sum over, rank, dense rank. Okay, wherever the concept of time-based tracking or chronological order. Okay. The next question, function is the rank over. Rank over means it will skip when any tier. Okay, suppose 2 or 3% scoring the same number. So here the ties are coming. So whenever any ties occur, that time two functions are coming into mind, that is the rank function or dense rank. But only difference in between rank and dense rank is that skip. Rank function will skip that number while positioning, but dense rank it will take the consecutive number while positioning without skipping. So how can we rank the employees within each department based on their sales performance? So based on the sales performance, we are going to rank the employees. Okay, and for each department, within each department. Okay, so you just tell me on what basis we are going to calculate. Okay, so we got that here based on the sales performance. So we'll use that rank function. Okay, so rank over, and over will take which column? Partition by column and order by column. And here that partition by column will be within each department. So department will come under partition by, and based on what sales performance, the sales column will come under order by column. Okay, and when that numerical column sales, that means ascending or descending. So performance wise will take us the descending, like highest performance to lowest performance. Okay, so done. So select all, rank over column will be partition by department, and order by column will be the sales, and that order, which order? Descending order, as that alias will be the sales rank from employee sales table name. Dense rank over, like without gap, without skipping in ranking when ties occur. Okay, but is each employee's compact rank based on their sales performance in their department. Okay, this, look at these two different two questions, mostly similar, only difference is the here it has nothing has been mentioned here, the compact rank, that means compact rank means dense rank. Okay, so you just tell me what will be the column name where we are going to take. So compact rank means dense rank over, we got it. Okay, and then our over column, over function takes which column. Okay, so over function will take that partition by and order by, and then partition by means group by column. So which one is the partition by? See, based on the sales performance in the department, so department will be the partition by column, and based on their which performance, that order by will take us the numerical column like sales, and performance based means descending. higher to lower. So descending. As alias name will take this total dense rank over, will take as the dense rank from table name. Okay. Here I would like to show you, suppose employee A, B, C, D has been there and sales there. Just look at them, and 1000, 1000, A and B have the same sales, and C 900, 700. So if we'll see the ranking, what will be the rank of them? So 1000, 1000 both have the same number, so 1, 1. So next will be the 900 and 700. So 900 it will come out, but the rank will be 3 because of ranking, because ranking will skip it, because already 2 should be here, though 2 already mentioned as the 1, so that's why it will skip the 2 and mention 3, and as usual 700 will be the 4. Dense rank, what it will do? The same number 1, 1, but that next 900 will come out as 2, because dense rank, it will not skip any number. And then next one will be 700 will come out as 3. Row number, unique row, like 1001. Then next B will be the, though it has kept the same number with A, but still it will take unique number 2, then 3, then 4. Rank ties the same positioning, but with addition to the skip the positioning. Dense rank ties, but no gap consecutive in positioning. Okay, no gap with consecutive. And row number ties plus unique consecutive number irrespective of ties. Okay, rank, how it works, partition by, if we'll see same manner, like partition by the department, like group the rows by department, order by cells, descending, like sorts the each group from the highest to lowest, like order by cells. Descending order means rank, assigns the rank within each department with gap if there are ties. Dense rank, if we'll see, rank the employees within each department, that means partition by the department, it will show us the ranks employee within each department. Order by sales, descending, that means it will signify higher the sales get the better ranks. Dense rank, assign the compact rank, that means no skipping number when ties occur. Then next, percentile, n tile of n divides the rows into n equal sized tiles or groups. Okay, scenario what? Like how can I split employees into 2 performance tier based on their sales? Okay, so as it is mentioned n tile n, that means n we got 2. Okay, and 2 performance tiers. Tiers means here tiles, like 2 performance segments we did it based on what? Sales. Okay, so here n tile will give take us only order by column looking at the scenario. So select all n tile over. So n tile of what? That 2 number. Okay, n, and the over will take the column as the order by based on what? That sales column. Okay, so order by sales descending. Okay, as alias name and then from table name. Okay, though it windowed column, one function column. Okay, so alias will be there. And if we see what it does, so sorts all the rows from highest to lowest cells, split the then sorted rows into 2 equal groups. First, what it will do, first looking at the cells, okay, chronological order, it will first mention, it will do like first order by the column, then it will split. Then tier 1 top performer, tier 2 will be the lowest performer. This layout is ideal for performance segmentation, bonus eligibility, and leaderboard visuals. Okay. So now move towards our questions, practical session. Okay. So ranking function, track the order in which each employee made their sales across the months. Okay. So tell me what will happen. Select all, comma. As you know, it is the rank over then we'll take alias rank function from table name. And here what is the over function will take the which column, partition by and order by. Okay, so each employee, you just tell me partition by, order by. Okay, so order by like month. Okay, and then your each employee means employee ID. Okay, so order by month. If nothing I will mention, it will by default take us ascending order. Okay, so month wise it will take everything. No, here something has been missed out. Employee. Okay, so let's execute. See, employee ID based on what? Employee ID and month wise. See, rank function 1, 2. Suppose employee per each ID, employee ID E01, if you see like Feb, Jan. Okay, month has been changed based on the month. Okay, and rank function 1, 2, 1, 2. Then next, how can we rank employees within each department based on their sales performance? Sorry, I did something. Actually, this was the rank function. Okay, how can we rank the employees within each department based on their sales performance? Okay, so rank means rank over functions. Okay, and over will take each column, partition by and order by. But here the partition by which one? Department. No need to worry. Department. And then order by which column? Based on their sales performance. Okay, so how the sales it will be taken as descending because the numeric value is there. So better from higher to lower value we need to mention DESC. Okay, done. It is also one scenario we can analyze based on the that employee ID and month. How is the rank function works? Now it is the another scenario looking at the what question has been asked. Okay, based on that for each department based on the sales performance. We'll see department wise based on the sales. Like suppose marketing department based on the sales 1500, then it will come 1300, then 1200, then 1000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then coming to sales department, same manner. This one like 2200, 2100. Because first it will sort the order by column. Then after it will come to the ranking or positioning. Okay. Then track the order in which each employee made their sales across the month. Track the order. Okay. That means which function it is? Row number over. Okay. So select all, comma, row number over as like order from table name employee sales employee sales, then semicolon. So now row number no need, over the partition by order by. You just tell me partition by which column? Each employee. So employee ID done. Order by each numerical column that made their sales across month. Okay, made their sales across month. So across month, order by will be the month. Okay, what we want to see, track the order in which each employee made their sales. Okay, each employee made their sales across month. Okay, so across the month will take as the month. Okay, by default it will take. Order is not valid, so better we will mention tracking order you got the question. Track the order in which each employee made their sales across month wise, how the employee sales getting ranked. Then so look at now. Look at the table. Look at the employee ID. For each ID, looking at the employee ID and month, how it has been taken. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, like Jan, February. Okay. So it has been like February, then Jan, 1 and 2 tracking attack. Okay. And the employee 1, how did they? 1200, then 1000. Okay. So it took 1 and 2. Then what is the each employee's compact rank based on their sales performance in their department? Compact rank means dense rank. It will come same as your ranking function, only the difference will be, just tell me, dense rank will mention, dense rank. Okay, then over will take the partition by and order by. So now you just tell me the compact rank based on their sales. Okay, so based on their sales means order by sales, descending, then performance in their department. So partition by column will be the department. Okay, here we'll mention dense rank. Let's see how it is executed. So dense rank 1, 2, 3, 4 for department wise. Okay, then sales department 1, 2, 3, 4. Just look at these ranking function. You will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there is no any type because every sales amount has been given unique. Okay, but the process and the query execution, you knew it, that matters. Okay, so now coming to next question. How can I split employees into two performance tiers based on their sales? So you just tell me which function split into two performance tiers. That means entile. Okay, select all, comma, entile. Where it is coming? So entile of n. Here n will be 2. Then over will take based on their sales. That means only order by, it will take order by sales. DESC will mention tiles will mention, and from table name employee sales. Okay, now it is time to execute. Let's see. To see, based on the sales performance, first it will sort the sales, okay, from highest to lowest. Then it will split the two parts, like 8 employees are there, so 8 means 4, 4. So because two tiles will have to make one tile, first tile, and then this one is the second tile. Okay, done. So one tile means they are the highest performer, and these lowest two means they are the lowest performer. Then come to analytic function. Okay, so move towards our concept wise. Analytic function uses lead means next row's values. Okay, so what is each employee's next month sales? Next month sales means it will signify that lead over functions. Okay, so lead of columns means that sales. Okay, sales, here it has been asked, and over the function it will take as partition by and order by. So here partition by column will be employees ID and order by column will be taken as the month. Okay, as that alias name and from employees name, table name. If we'll see like lead, suppose your sales, if we'll see like 1000, 1200. Okay, so you just tell me looking at the order by for each employee ID, suppose E01, E01, okay, and how it will taken as like Jan, February, okay, so it will take like lead cells, like if we look for employee ID E01, then based on that month wise Jan, February. Suppose Jan is the 1000 and February is the 1200. So for Jan month, which one will be the lead cells? Lead cells will be the 1200. So for Jan, it will taken as a 1200. And for February, there is no more next month has been mentioned. So but it will take as null. Okay. Same manner, E02 will go. Then lag means previous rules. What was each employee's previous month's sales? Okay, if we'll see here, like for employee E01, like Jan, February. So for Jan month, which amount will be the Jan is the 1000, but it is the, if we'll see the lag value for Jan, like previous month has not been mentioned. So better it will take null value. For February, if we'll see like 1200, but lag values, which one it will take? Jan's value. February, Jan's value. Jan's value, it was 1000. So 1000. Okay. Likewise. So select all lag of sales over column partition by and order by. So here partition by like each employee. So employee ID and month. Order by month. Then alias name. That complete lag over will be called in form of alias like previous months from table name. Okay. Then come to next slide. First value in the complete set of rows like windows. What was each employee's first recorded sale? Okay, so first recorded sale means we got that first Windows function will be like first value over. So select all first value of that column will be the sale and over partition by will be like a group by column like each employee ID and order by will be taken as that month column. Okay, then this first value over will be called in form of alias like as first sale from table name. Okay, last value like what was the each employee's last recorded sale, like here it is the most tricky part is there. Select all, no doubt, last value for over function. So last value of which column? Sale. Okay, then over which column? Partition by and order partition by with order by. So partition by will be like employee ID, then order by which column? Month. Okay, and then very most trickiest part is that rows between unbounded preceding and unbounded following as last sale from the table name. Why this rows between unbounded preceding and unbounded following? Because the last recorded sale, it will take rows between like each and every cell starting to end. Okay, mention cell. So unbounded preceding means start from the very first row in the partition. Unbounded following means go all the way to the very last row in the partition. Okay. Together this frame means for every row consider all rows in the partition from the first to last. Inside that partition by, okay, from first row to last row. Okay. So if we'll see like here in this two table, first value per month wise, if we'll see like for each employee like E01, if we'll see Jan, February. So Jan is the 1000 and February is the 1200. So who will be the first? 1200. So for Jan it will execute it. Sorry. So Jan sales is the 1000 and February is the 1200 sales. So first which one we have? Make entry. So 1000. So it will be taken for these two Jan and February like 1000, 1000. Same manner E02, if you'll see like E02, two amounts are has been there like 1500, 1300. So which one has been the first entered? 1500. So better result will be 1500, 1500. Likewise, last value entered Jan, February, if you see 1000, 1200. So 1200. So for both E01, it will come out as 1200. What we learned from here? Function like lead, lag, first, last. Lead means next row's values. Looks ahead one row. Okay. Suppose Jan is there, so February sales it will take. Lag means previous row's value. Look back one row. Okay. And February is there. Then Jan cells it will take. First value means first value inside that partition from first row to current row. First row to current row. Jan and February. Okay. Then first means Jan it will take. And last value means last value in the partition from first row to current row, not full partition. Okay. Jan 1000, February 1200. Okay. So last value within the frame like 1200. So just see, go through it. Lead, lag, first, last value. Then move towards our practical. What is the each employee's next month sales? Next month sales means we got that lead over function. Okay. So select all lead over as next sale from table name employee sales, then semicolon. So now lead of what? Lead of which figure? Sales, and over will take partition by and order by. Partition by with order by what? Next month salary. So order by month, partition by what? Employee ID. Okay, done. So lead we got. Here, what was each employee's previous month's sale? Okay, previous month's sale. Previous month means lag will come to picture. Lag over partition by what? Each employee's that partition by column will be employee ID and previous month, like order by month will take. Okay, and here we'll take previous month sale. Previous month. Then what was the employee's first recorded sale? First value. Okay. So we'll do, just change the format. Okay. Here concept of first value. First value over, and that over will take that partition by order by. So each employee is like employee ID and first recorded sales. Okay. Order by sales, and that will mention descending. Simply just keep it, and first value sales. Okay, done. Okay, partition by employee ID. Each employee ID based on the sales, which one is the first entered. Okay, same manner, last value, employees last recorded sales. That means last value then over will be every time just check each and every silly spelling mistake. Over partition by that each employee, so employee ID ordered by what sales, okay, based on what, so last recorded sales, so order by sales, and first value here it will come as our last value sale from employee sales. But here what we need to do, last sales means here we know but basic sample data, but whenever any complex data, so last value means we need to put that clue how it will identify, okay, so rows between unbounded string and unbounded following. Preceding what was the each employee's last recorded sale. Okay. For each employee E01, if you see like Jan, February, last sale record like 1200, so last value it will come as for E01 like 1200 1200. E02 if you will see in the same manner, which one is the last entry, 1500, so 1500 1500, okay. So now move towards our, so just go through it. Your analytic function, lead, lag, you just order by, here mention sales, okay, you just order by sales. Looking at the questions every time you need to cross check. I saw you already in practical, so no need to worry for that. You should not get confused. If concept wise you are clear, I don't think your doubt will arise. So now move towards scalar function. Okay, scalar function, what it is? Scalar means single value. A scalar function in SQL is a function that takes one or more inputs and returns a single value for each row in a query. I don't want you to get confused. So better here I will mention. Okay. function. I don't want to put you people confused, so hope you are getting clear in this. This window function was very important and advanced topic of the SQL. Okay, so just go thoroughly and enjoy it. If somewhere you are getting doubts, just drop and comment below the video post so that I will respond there. Okay, so now move to scalar function. Scalar means, as I told, single value. So scalar function key characteristics what? Input, output, scope, uses, will see thoroughly. Input, as we know, one or more values from the single row. Output, exactly one value per row. Scope, if you see, row level, not across groups or windows. Uses can be used in string function, numeric function, date and time function, conversion function, system function. We'll see one by one. Okay, so it will take one or more input and returns a single value per each row in a query. So now see, string function, string means character. It manipulate or extract the text, upper, lower, length, which will mention as len. Okay, and substring over left trim, right trim, replace, concat. Built-in scalar function type is, because it is the built-in function. Okay, returns single value. And example, suppose upper of A, B, C, it will come out as capital A, B, C. Numeric function like numerical numbers, perform mathematical calculation, and function examples are absolute function, round function, selling function, floor function, power function, square root function, sine function. Built-in scalar, single value number, round 12.34, comma, precision value like 1, like after decimal it will take only one position like 12.3. And date and time, like work with date and time. Get date, date are date difference, year, month, day, date, then get the current date. Okay, built-in scalar, single value it will give. Year, get date means year of get date. Suppose get date, any date will be mentioned and given input date, and the year will come out as the output. Like conversion, convert one data type to another data type, like cast and convert we are basically using. So built-in function and single value converted type like cast 10.5 as int, like this decimal value will be converted into integer data type. So it will give the output as only 10. And system function means system based. System based means host, user. Okay, based on that return system metadata information, username, database name, host name. Okay, these are the built-in functions. Single value information, username, suppose DBO. Okay, so now move to next. Case function. Case means uppercase to lowercase. Okay, because this case function concatenation, substring length, search, replace, trimming, this comes under string function. Scalar string function category will see. Upper, lower. Okay, that means it will convert it into uppercase, and the lower means it will convert into lowercase. Concatenate means it will join. Okay, concat. Here we'll use that function as the concat. Join the strings. Concat, suppose E01, then hyphen, comma, then Jan. That means one employee ID column, that employee ID. Here that column is the month. Okay, so month and employee ID column, when it was joined, it is mentioning concat function. Okay, so it will come out as E01 hyphen Jan. Substring or extraction, like substring means that part, any parts of the string. Substring, extract the part of the string. Substring of cells 1, 3, like position 1, position 3, up to like starting from the position 1 like S to 3 position 1, 2, 3 like SAL it will take. Left position, left substring part gets the leftmost character. Left of cells, 2, like up to 2 position it will take SA. Okay, right position gets rightmost characters. From this side will cells, 2, like from the right side, like we'll see right side like from starting from the T. Okay, cell Right, sales, like from the small s it will take, okay, from small s like s e, it will see from this side, okay. If you get confused, your left means from the left side it will take, right means from this right side, okay. So that means up to two position like s e, so it will come out as es, okay. And here it will take as sa, here it will take es, okay. Then mid means mid of the string, that means a cells 2 comma 3, like starting from the second position to third position. So 1 2 3, okay, like al, okay. So ALE, suppose 3 letters it will take, but starting from the 2, okay. Like starting from 2 means A, okay. 1 2 3 like ALE. Length means total length. Here very important clue are there. Length and character length. When character length we are using only characters are there, okay. And it is based on ASCII, like American standard, national standard ASCII, okay, information. And length means it will take your UTF, like Unicode transformation format, okay. So by length of the string, and it is the character counter. When it will be matched to the character length when we are using, if that character based on ASCII, okay, like English letter or your numeric digits, okay. Suppose your character length ABC, it is asking, so it will take us character length 3. But if we'll select cafe and then space and then one emoji, that the picture image is there, copy image, okay, copy image. So it will length will come as 9, because that one accent is there, space is there, and image is there. That means it will take us UTF, okay, Unicode transform format. That's why that character length will come as 9, okay. That is the difference. Trim, like remove the extra unnecessary space. So trim means trim, left trim, right trim. Trim means removes the leading or trailing space. Left trim means removes the leading spaces. Right trim means removes the trailing space. Trim SQL, that unnecessary space it will remove here. And left trim means from the left side it will remove the space. Right side trim means right side space what you say it will remove. Search and replace. Replace the substring. Replace SQL export, comma SQL, comma DB. That means we want that SQL export we want to replace with SQL DB. Okay. So that SQL. Suppose first the word is the SQL export. Okay. In that part we want to replace, that SQL part we want to replace, with whom we want to replace, that DB. Okay. So now it will be renamed as DB export. Okay. Then function, reverse function ASCII character. Okay. So reverse string, like reverse of the SQL, like how it will come out, LQS, ASCII of A, like how that, as I mentioned, that ASCII, American Standard Character information, you will see that number A will be named as mentioned as 65 ASCII value, okay. And character from ASCII code, that 65 character of 65, which one already it was there, A, okay. Then scalar numeric function. What are the numeric functions? ABS, that will call as absolute value, absolute of minus 1500. It will be called it will be taken as 1500. And the sign means minus 1, 0, 1, like negative, positive, and neutral. So sign of minus 25 it will taken as minus 1. The result will be come out as minus 1. Modular, that remainder of modulus. Suppose modulus of 10, 3. That means when we'll divide that 10 by 3, the remainder will come out as 1. Rounding and precision. Whenever any point, decimal, floating value will come, we'll use that concept of round, ceiling, floor. Round up to the decimal places. Round of 123.456, comma 2, like up to 2 position we want. Like the output will come as 123.45. That 4, 5, 6. Just see. 6 means that 5 position will come out as 6. So 4, 6. Because places, we need 2 places. Okay, selling means round up, floor means round down. Okay, selling means, so selling up 123.4. Okay, so what will be the result? Result will come out as 124 because round up, and floor means round down, so 123.9 means it will come out as 123 simply. Okay, though it could have come out like 124 because 9 is there, means the three place will be increased by 1, but due to floor it will as it is like 123. Okay, and here selling means it will increase one value 124. Power and root, but only in concept of round it will, as we know the concept, like more than 5, then previous place will be increased by 1. Okay, power and roots. Power means exponential power of 2 comma 3, like 2 to the power 3. Okay, like result will come out as 8 square root, like square of 16 means 4 will be output. Then leave it. Then logarithmic functions we are not using mostly, you just go thoroughly. Random, okay, statistics number, random number like 0 to 1, the probability concept. Okay, then our scenario, like business scenario questions are there. Now, so far we covered under Scalar, that one is string and numeric. So let's see, your manager, you are managing SAS team and want to generate a report showing like employee ID and department, month name in uppercase, a formatted sales code like E01-Jan, bonus amount like 10% of the sales, length of the department name. Okay, you just tell me, as people take that previous tables, employee sales table, so we need to retrieve all these columns, but in terms of scalar function like conversion, let's see. So select employee ID as it is, no need to changes. Department, will keep it as it is. Then month name. Month name, they want uppercase. So what we'll do, upper up that column name month and alias as month uppercase. Okay, then comma, then formatted sales code. Okay, so alias will be sales code, but like input column who will be like employee ID and one is the month name. So, but here the concept is which concept we cannot directly because both two columns. So concat. Okay, so concatenation has been done here. So concat of that employee ID comma hyphen inside the inverted comma, and then single quote you will keep, and comma month column. Okay, and though our month has been normal upper, mix of upper and lower, here all months Jan has been written in all uppercase, so upper of the month. Okay, as alias ID like sales code, then comma alias is the bonus amount we knew, then inside column sales. So here the 10% of sales means mathematical function round off. Okay, so round off sales percentage, here it has been taken, so sales comma sales into 0.10 comma 2 because we want round. Okay, so comma 2 as bonus amount done. Now length of department name, you just tell me which length we will take, character length or length. Simply length because it is the ASCII name, because only simple English letters are there. So character length, char underscore length department column as then department name length from employee sales. Okay, so let's see how that output is coming. Okay, yeah, select from table name employee sales semicolon. Now select column employee ID as it is, then comma which one, department as it is, department, then month name in uppercase. What I will take, the which function, upper. Okay, upper of column name month, always check that spelling. Okay, as upper month will take, and comma month done. Then formatted sales code, that CONCAT function. CONCAT function of what? Employee ID. Then hyphen. For a hyphen, what we need to keep inside the inverted hyphen. Okay. Then comma, upper of go question. Then Jan. As you know, see that month is the upper and lower mix. So here it wants only uppercase. So upper of month, upper of month. Then concat, check all the brackets. Done. As alias, what will give? Sales code has been taken. Sales O, comma. Then next column, like sales column, it is going to be changed. Like how it is going to change? Round function through arch bonus amount. Round of 10% of sales. That means we'll take round of sales into multiplication 10%, 10 by 100. It will come out as 0.10. Will take, comma, will do round up to, okay, up to places. Then bonus done. Then length of the department name. As I told, ASCII, if ASCII character, then it will take char length, character length of what? Department column. Which column? Department. Done. Character and alias will give arch length. Okay, done. Everything. Now we'll run it. It will come as employee ID as it is, department as it is, upper month. Okay, every month will be assigned as uppercase. Sales code, it will all hyphen with combination of employee ID plus your month with hyphen. Then bonus amount up to 2 places decimal. That precision will be 2 places, and then length. Okay, length of the month. Sorry, length of the department. You just can check length 7 to 9. Okay, and here 3 to 5. Okay, all English letters ASCII. So length is the character length. Done. Then come to next slide. Scalar date and time function. So it is the very important part. Date and time. So current date and time means current. Okay. What are the current date and time function? Who are they? Now current date, like car date, current time, car time, system date. What is the current date and time? System, how it will give. So now means current date and time. Now of function name, it will give the date with timing. That your format will be like 4y hyphen month hyphen dd date, and then hour minute second, and this will be separated by colon. Okay, always our SQL format will be in India, that SQL standard format will date format, standard date format will be in form of year, month, date. Current date only if you want, then car date. Okay, then car time, current time only, system date, current time stamp, execution time we can say. So sys date of function, it will give like same to your now. Okay, timestamp. So date parts extraction, like only one part if you want, year, month, okay, or day of month, hour, minute, second, day of week, day name, month name. Okay, it will give us like extract year. If you want year, extract the years only, then year of our given date, it will gives 2025 year. month, like extract the month. Suppose month of given date, okay, it will give the month, that middle day or day of a month. If you want, extract the day of a month, then day of that given date, it will give hour, extract the hour of that hour, minute, second with given that part, it will give the hours part only 12. Minute means extract the minute, that middle part in between hour, minute, second. Second means that last segment of hour, minute, second, it will give. Day of week, that if our Sunday is the one, then day of week of the given date, it will give. All right. Then day name returns the weekday name, day name function. Okay. Month name means month name function of the date. Okay. Then date arithmetic function, like date with arithmetic function, like addition, subtraction, difference. Okay, that time how we are using combining with combination, like date plus addition arithmetic function, then date add. Okay, date underscore add function, add the interval, that means add the interval, date add. Okay, how we are using in our queries, like date add of date comma interval, that date. Okay, date subtraction, subtract the interval. Okay, and date difference, days between the two dates, date difference, the two dates name will be there inside. Timestamp difference, same way, difference by unit, timestamp difference of minute comma, because timestamp, that typical uh, execution timing, so that's why that timestamp difference, first minute of that timing, two different timings. Okay, that hour, minute, second. Formatting conversion, like string to date, date format. String to date means from string character to date format we want, convert string to date. That time we will use that function string to date, str underscore to underscore date function, comma, that date, complete date, because given is the string function. Okay, that is string. Okay, comma, percentage d hyphen percentage m hyphen percentage capital Y. That means it will take your what, day, month, year. Okay, and date format means format date as the string. We need to convert to format date as the string. Date format now, date format of now means the date. Okay, date was the given, so it will take us percentage d, percentage b, percentage y. Percentage b here means text, it will take. Okay, because format date as the string. Now we will convert to string. Okay, that's why b we want. Okay, so it will give the output as 05 October 2025. Time format means format time as just the string, time format. Okay, so complete time, like percentage h colon percentage I colon percentage p. Okay, time format, that given time comma that format, percentage h colon percentage I percentage p. So format style, that like dd in India, if you will say like a date, month, year, 5th October. But in SQL, that SQL compatible format, which can be understood by SQL, that format is our first year, then month, then date. Okay, just remember this thing. Okay, ISO format. Then now questions. So here is the question. If you see in a business scenario, employee attendance report is there. So that report, it is saying, imagine you manage a company's HR database where you want to track how long employees have been working each day. You store login and logout timestamps in a table employee log. Okay, so how long they have worked per day. And second question, identify employees who worked more than 8 hours on a given day. So that means condition is there. Okay. So you just tell me before to that, like identify employees who worked more than 8 hours. That means condition. Conditions means we can put either where or having. So, but here, which condition we are going to, which clause we are going to use? What? Having. Because of aggregate function, timestamp functions. Okay. So let's see how that if we'll see employee ID is there. Okay, login time, it has been mentioned completely, date with timing, specific timing. But here what question has been asked, we need to time. Okay, how long time? So if we'll see 8:45, here 17:15. So better we need to convert to minutes. So hour, minute, second, the concept of timestamp execution timing we need to make it. So 8:45, 17:15. So we need to first difference. First we need to convert into minute. It will get the minute to hour, because what it has been asked, how long employees have been worked each day. Okay, time, how long in login and login out, login log out time. Okay, and here the question, though it has been asked 8 hours, that means our answer should be come in unit as hour. Okay, so better first convert into minute, then minute to divided by 60, and then round place. Okay, and then threshold like condition. Okay, time. So select employee ID, what you want to retrieve first, all employee ID, login time, logout time, because have been working it, you store here, it is it has been mentioned you store login logout time in a table employee log. Okay, so C column will keep with in addition to that timestamp. Okay, which one we are going to calculate like time. Okay, so difference we need to calculate, because how we will calculate that hours they have worked, working hour time equals to logout time minus login time. So better the function will be used as here. Time means timestamp. Okay, accurate time, we will get timestamp difference of minute comma login time, then comma logout time, both timings. It will calculate the timestamp, that minute as minutes work. Then we'll calculate the round of a timestamp difference, that complete calculation. Okay, we'll take round of this function and then divided by 60 comma 2, like divided by 60 means it will give the minute to hours, then comma 2, like round it will give as 2 places. Okay, 2 decimal places as hour work. And condition means second question's answer is the same to same query. In addition to that, only condition having round up complete this condition. Okay, because 8 hours already we are getting 8 hours here. Okay, this concept will give us the minutes. Okay, how long minutes, then equal greater than 8. Okay, so let's start to execute. Want to track how long employees have been working each day concept. You are again. Here also I want to say show you, though it is a different table. Okay, so we'll have to create this sample table by creating table employee log, employee ID, int, because that ID was integer, and login time, date time, logout time also date time function, that data type. Okay, create table name, then inserted that column name and columns data type. Okay, if size will be there, then data type, but here no need, integer and date type only is the sufficient, date time, the data type. Then insert the value. Okay, to inserted rows. Okay, okay, it will see how it is same to same. Okay, it came as likewise. Okay, done. Now our duty is to calculate how long they have worked per day. Okay, so select employee ID, comma, that login time, comma, logout time. Looking at the input entry column, just same manner you will have to type. Okay, logout time, B, timestamp, because that difference how we'll calculate by using timestamp functions, timestamp difference. Okay, because we need to minus logout time minus login time, then after we can know that how long time they have worked for the day. Okay, that on the day like 5th October 2025, their login time, logout time for each employee ID. Okay, as working minutes, it will come in form of minutes unit. Okay, then that minutes we need to convert as by hour we need to do. So how we'll do? Minutes by 60. Then decimal places we need to round up 2 places up to we'll do. Chalo. Here timestamp difference. It will come as minutes, comma, login time, comma, logout time. Just copy paste. With that function we want. Okay. This will give what? The how long time, like in hour, it will show you. Done. If we will column wise, what it will give? Employee ID as it is, login time, logout time, then it will give timestamp difference. Okay, in minute it will show, then round up time, like exact what we want in hour with 2 decimal places it will show. Now time to execute. Let's see. It is not even an error in SQL syntax, that manual. Problems should come, but we will have to observe and eradicate. Where we need to rectify. We give us the earliest. Still it is not taking. Where we did syntax error. Select employee ID, login time, logout time, timestamp difference. So here we need to cross check. Okay, we cannot take minutes. Okay, so date time function, you just need to cross check format time. Okay. So whenever we'll do that practical things, yes, that function will be as minute. Okay. So no worries. It will be executed. Done. Okay. So let's see that working minutes, like that timestamp minute. Okay. As working minutes. Okay. Working minutes like 5-10 minutes, 5-40 minutes. But whenever it will be converted to working hour with 2 decimal, up to 2 decimal, like it will come as 8 hours, 50 minutes, 9 hours. Okay. Okay. Before to that, our query was right, but only for simple silly mistake that minutes, it will be taken as minute. You should just cross check. Okay, done. Now second question, what it was? In addition to that, like what? Whoever worked more than 8 hours. Okay, that means condition more than 8 hours. So already we got in hours what more than 8 hours working hour. Okay, so from where we could not know that working hour. Okay, but this should take that aggregate column. Okay, not like alias column. So from where we could know that round column. Where is the round column? This one. Okay, this condition. So simple here, just hubbing, because hubbing will take that aggregated column. Hubbing that column, we'll put just simply more than 8 means greater than 8. Which one here? Both 2. Okay, so 2, because 8 hours 50 minutes also greater than 8 hours, and 9 hours as usual greater than 8 hours. Okay, got it. Then come to next, conversion scalar conversion function, like cast and convert. Okay, cast when ANSI standard, like American National Standard Institute standards characters. Okay, and here MySQL specific, like convert. So cast same manner, both are completely similar. Only difference is convert is functionally similar to cast, but uses MySQL specific syntax. It is especially useful when working with legacy data stored as the strings. You can always use it to change the character state, with cast cannot do. Where cast cannot do, there will come convert. So cast of suppose 123.45 as decimal, 10 up to 2 precision. Okay, total will be like 10 digit, and then 2 will be the up to 2 decimals, like after decimal point 2 places will be there. So 123.45. Okay, so then convert, what it will do, convert of 123.45 comma decimal of 10 comma 2, it will same output, but only is the throw alias, like as 123.45. Okay, then sign, unsigned, decimal, float, integer with possible negative sign, like minus sign. Okay, it will give the output as minus 50, convert 50 as unsigned. Unsigned means positive. Okay, so it will give 50, and then fixed decimal, like convert 123.45. Okay, comma decimal of 10.2, like it will give 123.45. Okay, then floating, convert 3.14, like comma float, it will give us same 3.14. Okay, here what only difference, decimal means fixed decimal places we need to keep it. Float means as usual. So convert, where we can use, how, string to date. That time also, like date, give a convert string, date is there, when date is inside that quotation, that string, so comma date, it will give us the date. Data type, then string to decimal, decimal of 10 comma 2 places, so it will give 123.45. Then convert integer we want, so 100 comma signed 100, it will give sign, unsigned, it can mention. So string to binary, like ABC comma binary, so it will give binary string. Change character set, suppose namaste, like Hindi, like what, whenever besides like only English letter means it is your ASCII. Okay, standard characters, the American Standard Character Information Institute, that is take as your char length. Okay, but here character strength, like length. In concept of length, we studied about ASCII and UTF. So here Namaste is Hindi, like apart from English, whatever letter or emoji character are there, it will come under UTF. UTF 8 encoded, Unicode transform format. Okay. So convert that namaste using UTF. Okay, so just look at the notation and function name. You can clarify. And then date time conversion like string to date or date format. Okay, so str to date, given date, comma, percentage d hyphen percentage month, percentage y. It will give us the 2025 10. Suppose d means date, m means month, y means y. But why it is coming as output like your month date? Because our SQL standard format. Okay, date format like MySQL date to string. This was string to date, percentage d m y. But string means we need text character. So date format of now, that given date, comma, percentage d, comma, percentage b, comma, percentage y. So that in place of m, it should come as b. It will text as text. Okay. So string to date use when dates are stored in form of strings and need to be passed for filtering or sorting. And dates to string function format date values into readable strings for display or expression. So where how percentage d means it will take day 2 digits, it will take percentage m 2 digits in month, percentage y means 4 digit of y, percentage small y means it will take 2 digits like y, and percentage b means month. Okay, text character. Percentage s means hour, percentage I means minute, percentage s mean is second. Okay, hour, minute, second. Then numeric conversion, cast, round, floor. Cast of 123.45 as decimal. String to decimal. String means when inside that quotation any number text like string. Okay, then as decimal it will take as decimal. Round means up to each place we want. So round up given number, comma 2, like up to 2 places we want. So 123.46. Floor means or floor or cell, like round up or round down. Okay. So floor 123.9 means it will, floor means round down. Okay. So it will give the output as 123, but selling means 123.1, it will come as 124. String conversion, like cast of 123 as character number to string. Okay, it will give that cast of 123 as car. It will give 123 inside quotation, that numeric to character. Concat means it will combine that strings. Concat of SQL comma 2025, it will give us SQL 2025 within quotation. Okay, convert string to number, we can use the function of cast or convert. Convert string to date, string str to date, and format date as means format date format. Okay, convert between types means cast or convert. Convert string to number, string to number, or number to string, and between the any data types, then we are using the function cast or convert. So our scenario questions, if we will see in a sales report how we are using the SQL concept. Okay, so you manage a retail database where sales amounts are stored as the strings due to legacy system import. Okay, so the just take the concept of legacy system. Why I am saying now, you need to do convert those strings to numeric values, calculate total sales per store, filter stores with sales over or more than 50,000. Okay, three things. Convert those strings to numeric values. So what we need to use the function. Which function we need to use here? Cast or convert, but which one more appropriate? Calculate total sales per store. Calculate total sales per store. Okay. So per store means per store ID. Okay. Suppose store ID 10123. No repetition. So that's why, but still it is asking for per store. So we'll say total sales. And filter stores whoever more than 50,000. Okay. First, we'll see which SQL function is used to convert 50,000 from a string to numeric type for filtering. You just tell me string to number or number to string. Which function we are going to use? Cast or convert? But still, round, cast, convert, format. But which one is the most appropriate in between cast or convert? If you will see. So, cast. Cast for the ANSI standard and convert is the MySQL. Okay. It is especially useful when working with legacy data stored as the string. Okay, so cast or convert concept when the legacy concept. So here string due to legacy system inputs. Okay, so cast or convert concept, it will come into your mind. But which one is appropriate? Looking at the all scenario, you will decide. So here convert those strings to numeric values. So we'll use what? Cast. Okay, so let's start. So select store ID as it is. Then we want conversion we want, then total sales. Okay. So cast of sales amount, those string to numeric values. Okay. So sales amount, okay, we need to convert to numeric values. How we'll do? Sales amount, that column name as decimal of 10 comma 2, like total digit will be 10, okay, and comma after decimal 2 places we want. Okay, so as converted cells we give the alias name, then from table name, and then filter stores with cells over 50,000. That means condition. Here condition, it will be taken as where condition, because here no aggregate columns are there. Okay, so cast of this, okay, will be greater than 50,000, because whenever we are making a condition means we need to specify the function column. Okay, so you just remember. Then Scalar system function. Here no table input required. Return the system level information. Like it is used basically in audit log, session tracking, dynamic scripting, and time stamping. Okay. Now like simple like date, how it will provide the information, like based on now function or current timestamp, system date, current time. Okay. So select if we how you are using current date and time. If you want, like select now, or we can use select current timestamp. Okay, it will give us our date and time. System date, current date and time, execution time. If you want, select SYSDATE. It will give date with time. Current date, current date or car date also you can mention. Select current date, it will give date, and current time, select current time. Okay. Then session and user information, like user current MySQL user. So select user function, it will give the admin@local host. Current user, if you want execution context user, then select current user, it will give the user. Same like session user, current user, system user, it will give same output like about username. Metadata or environment, like database, which database you are using. So select database function, it will give us the database name. Version, which version of MySQL server version, it will give the idea like 8.0.3. Car set, like character set of the string. Select car set of hello. So it will give us the UTF-8 MB4. Okay. Like size with under what? UTF. Collation. When we are using that collation concept, I will tell you. Collation of string. Select collation of hello. It will give us the UTF-8 MB4 underscore general underscore CI. Okay. We'll go details. Concept on car set and collation. When we are using, what is collation? Collation defines how strings are compared, how strings are sorted, whether comparison are case sensitive or ascent sensitive. Case sensitive or ascent sensitive. Ascent means when suppose E on the top of E will see like hyphen. Okay, that is the ascent. It combines a character set. Character set like whenever comes means UTF-8 MB4. Okay, a sorting rule means general CI, binary or case insensitive. Okay, so Unicode or general case insensitive, and Unicode case insensitive, and one is the binary. So what is UTF-8 MB4? Like Unicode transformation format with 8 bit, that multi-byte with 4 byte per character. Okay, it's MySQL's full Unicode character set, supports all Unicode characters including emoji, multilingual scripts. Okay, UTF collation comparison in MySQL, if we'll see like 3 types I told, like one is the general UTF 8 MB4 general case insensitive, and one is the UTF 8 MB4 Unicode case insensitive. One is the general, one is the like Unicode, okay, and one is the binary like UTF 8 MB4 binary. Case sensitive, no, because general, so it will not take. Ascent sensitive, no. Sorting accuracy basic, performance fast. When we are using general purpose simple compression, UTF binary, if you will see like case sensitive, yes. Accent sensitive, yes. Sorting also accuracy exact, and performance rare, but we are using in during password port strict filtering. And Unicode case insensitive, no. Case sensitive, no, because already case insensitive. Okay, so accent sensitive, yes. As accurate Unicode, and moderate multilingual and sorting names title. As the name suggests, like Unicode means that multilingual concept, sorting emoji names, titles, etc. Okay, so UTF general case insensitive, like CI means case insensitive. Okay, fast but not precise for complex language. Suppose apple, small apple, okay, equals to capital apple, we will give. Is it true? And cafe, okay, here accent is there, you just see, but one cafe, CAF accent E, and one is the normal English letter, that ASCII like CAFE. Okay, so case insensitive. Here it is true. Yes, because here it is in small letter, here it is in capital letter, uppercase letter. Here cafe with accent, here is without accent E. Okay, so true, case insensitive. But binary, if you see like compare string byte by byte. Okay, case and accent matters here. As we see, yes, yes. Here was no, no. So here we saw that no. Okay, accent, one is the accent scenario we saw. Here is the case, like lowercase, uppercase we saw. Okay, got it. Lowercase, uppercase, accent. So here it was yes. And here it will see like compare string byte by byte. In binary situation, we'll see case and accent matters here. Yes. So apple, capital apple. No, it's false because it is in lower, it is in upper. Accent, with accent, without accent. So false. No. And Unicode case insensitive, we will see it is used in Unicode rules for comparison. Let's see case wise and accent wise. So apple, apple, case wise, yes, insensitive because it is in lower case, it is in upper case, and here it is cafe accent without accent equals to no, false. Okay, so if we will see like Unicode character in case insensitive, it is what? Case insensitive but accent sensitive. Okay. Use general CI for speed and simplicity, binary for strict and exact matching, and Unicode character for multilingual sorting. Model function, if you see what, it is only limited to Oracle. The clause lets you treat query results like a grid or spreadsheet. As I told, it is just similar. It functions or it works just as to Excel. Define custom formulas for sale. Perform iterative calculation like forecasting or allocation, like repetition. Okay, so if we'll see the syntax, like select from, model, partition by, dimension by, measures, rules. Like group by, partition by means, dimension by means access rows or columns, measures means the value to calculate, and rules means the formulas to apply. Only available in Oracle SQL, that is the only limitation. Cons, can be complex based used when you need multidimensional logic, not supported in MySQL or Postgre or SQL Server. Feature what? Spreadsheet logic, apply formulas like Excel directly in SQL also. Multi-step rules like perform chain or recursive calculation. Okay, like how I told, perform iterative calculation like repetition. Then partitioning, here it also does partitioning, apply logic for group, region wise, product wise. Okay, forecasting, great for budget, project, allocation. User defined like UDF, two types. One is the single valued or scalar UDF, one is a table UDF. So let's see what is UDF. A user defined function is a custom SQL function you create to accept input parameter, perform logic or calculation, return a single value, like simple function one. how a function takes input from the processes and outputs. It behaves like a scalar function or reusable across the queries. Use if the function always returns the same output for the same input. And here the syntax will be like customized, like how we people are generating. Create function, function name, then parameter type, parameter name and type. Okay, then returns, return type, deterministic begin, like logic here it tells returns result, then end. Benefit what? Reusability and readability, maintainability, business logic it uses deterministic. Reusable across the queries, easy to read, easy to maintain, and encapsulate the business logic, same output for the same input. Okay, that means reusability. Use the same logic across the main queries. Okay, and readability like built-in function if you'll say makes a complex query easier to understand. Maintain update the logic in one place. Business logic encapsulate the domain-specific calculation. Deterministic like make sure predictable output for consistent input, enabling catching and save for index and generated the columns. Okay, just same as to our built-in function. Only difference is here customized one. Okay. Business scenario if you'll see like discount calculator. Okay, a retail company wants to apply seasonal discount to its products. They use the following user defined function in MySQL. So create function, how will take the queries. Okay, discount. We have not create function. If will manually will do like create function, function name, and then parameter name and parameter type. Okay, so create function, function name what? To apply seasonal discount to its products, like discount to its products. So calculate to discount. So calculation, so calc underscore discount. We have taken the function name as calc discount, and inside that function, that parameter name and parameter type. So what will be the parameter? Discount. How you are calculating the discount first? Tell me. So price and concept of discount, like percentage of discount. Okay, so price, that price will take that up to data type like decimal. Price means decimal because decimal value will be there. Okay, point. So price price is the parameter name and data type is decimal up to 10 comma 2. Okay, comma discount percentage, discount underscore pct like percentage, the parameter 2 name and type will be int. Okay, suppose price will be like 400, then decimal value if, and discount percentage suppose 10%. So 10 is the integer. Okay, data type returns decimal. Okay, what it will return? Data type decimal of 10 comma 2. Then deterministic begin. Yes, then return the output. How it will? That price minus price of that discount percentage. Okay, and price into that discount percentage, that discount divided by 100. Okay, and then end the result. So select apply discount, that given input price and then discount percentage. Okay, then semicolon. Output will come out as 4500. Just take that create function, return decimal, deterministic begin, return end. Yeah, create function, function name, returns deterministic begin, return end. Okay, one is the returns, return type, that data type, and here is the return result. Okay, same. Hope you got the clarity. Just go through it. Now, whatever we studied, let's brainstorm through the pages. Okay, let's explore. It is going to be our last slide. So let's see. What is the user-defined function? A built-in SQL function, a function created by the user, a table in the database, a type of SQL query. So what we know, UDF, user-defined means customized one. Okay, so which one created by the user? Okay, so option B. So what does decimal 10 comma 2 means? Total 10 digit and comma up to after decimal 2 places. So let's see. So B option 10 digits total, 2 after the decimals. Okay, which keyword means the function always gives the same result for the same input? Which one? Deterministic. Okay, static, constant, deterministic, repeatable. Okay. And here answer will be deterministic. Which is a valid use of scalar UDF, scalar. So creating a new table, returning a full data set, calculating a discount, joining the two tables. Scalar UDF. You just tell me. UDF. Just now we did that. So calculating a discount. Whenever any mathematical calculation, we are using that UDF function. Okay. Why UDF useful in business logic? They slow down the queries, they replace the built-in function, they format the strings, they allow custom calculation to be reused. Last, they allow the custom calculation to be reused. If two rows tie for rank 1, what the rank will the next row get using? Suppose if two rows are there, tie for one rank. Rank 1 they have tied. What rank will be the next row get using? Okay, so already two rows, that means 1 1. So next will come as, if rank function will be taken, then it will come as 3, but dense rank it will come as 2. Okay, so here rank function, that means 3 will come as output. So 2 3 1 4 3. Which function is better when you want consecutive ranking without gaps? Suppose for that answer, sorry, here for the printing mistake, and here the question has been like multiple choice. In that rank rank, one is dense rank, row number, then entile. You just tell me. Okay, which function is better when you want consecutive ranking without gap? Okay, like without skipping. So dense rank. Okay, B. Option B is the dense rank. Dense rank. Okay, which function assign a unique rank to every row even if values are tied? Same questions like row number, rank, dense rank, entile. You just tell. So answer will be, sorry, C is the, I think, row number. It was there, so that's it. So answer will be row number. Okay, row number. Okay, because unique rank to every row. Each row will be assigned with a unique number. Row number answer. So just go through it. So that's all for today's session. That's all for today's session. If you found this video helpful, then like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe the channel to get more updates on new content with concepts, and share this channel with your friends and families. I will come with a new series with new content with new skills. Thank you. Jai Jagannath. Have a good day. Bye. Jai.